Hello and welcome back to Hanging with the Osos. So today I'm going to show you how to make this delicious breakfast scramble, but be fair warned, anybody you feed this to is going to want you to make this over and over again. So if you want to learn how to do it, then just go ahead and keep on watching. As for my ingredients, I'm going to use some salt, pepper, 2 eggs, and almond milk. And as for vegetables, I'm going to use zucchini, onions, tomatoes, 1 potato, and some of this veggie bacon. Now you can totally use regular bacon, it's all up to you. So I'm going to start by prepping my vegetables, and I'm just going to go ahead and dice everything up. Now that I have those all prepped, I'm going to go ahead and prep my eggs. So I'm just going to go ahead and crack them into a bowl, and I'm going to go ahead and add some pepper and a little splash of almond milk. I'm going to give those a little stir, and then I'm going to preheat a nonstick skillet with a lid over medium heat. I'm going to go ahead and drizzle that with some oil, and I'm going to start by cooking up my veggie bacon. Now again, if you're not a vegetarian, you can make this with regular bacon, but this doesn't take long at all. It's about a minute or 2 on each side. And once those are all done, I'm going to go ahead and just shake off that excess oil because I want all that bacony goodness up in this. So then I'm going to very gently throw in my potatoes and just going to go ahead and stir them up. Make sure they're nice and coated with the oil. Now at this point, do not season them. Especially do not salt them. Salt draws out the moisture and it makes them mushy, and we're trying to create a crust on these, so just go ahead and mix them up and let them sit for a little bit so they can create that beautiful crust. After about 4 minutes or so, I'm going to go ahead and mix those up, and you can see that they're already starting to create a crust, but don't forget about these. Mix them every so often. So after about a total of 10 minutes, you can see that these are fork tender now. So I'm just going to scoot those off to the side of the pan so I have some room to work with. But if you are making a big batch of this, you can just go ahead and take those out and keep them like in a bowl or something until we're ready to throw them back in. So once again, I'm setting those aside, and I'm going to go ahead and throw in my tomatoes. And then I'm going to sprinkle those with a little bit of chicken bouillon. Trust me, you have to do it in this order because otherwise it won't come out the same. So I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle that, and then I'm going to cook that up for a couple of minutes until the tomatoes get a little mushy. So you can see here that the texture of those tomatoes has changed, so I'm going to go ahead and throw in my onions. I'm going to saute those up for a little bit, just until they're about translucent. And then I'm going to add my zucchini and just go ahead and stir fry those veggies up. And now is the time to season. So I'm just going to go ahead and sprinkle that with some pink Himalayan salt and pepper, and I'm also going to be using oregano. Now I have just recently fell in love with cooking with oregano. It adds such good flavor to everything, but you can omit it if you don't like it, but trust me, you're not going to regret putting this in there. I'm just going to saute up those vegetables for about another 5 minutes or so. Now this isn't like a quick and easy breakfast. This does take a little bit of time to cook up, so this is perfect for like say a weekend brunch, or if you wanted to do it like the night before, you can roll it up into burritos for work the next day or school or anything like that. And now I'm going to go ahead and mix everything all together. Then I'm just going to break up my bacon and throw that back in there, and I'm going to add a little splash of water, and I'm going to cover it and turn the heat to low and let it cook up for about another 5 minutes or so. Let all those flavors marinate together. So now you can see that everything is all cooked together. So I'm going to go ahead and set that aside again. And now it's time to pour in my eggs. Now I'm not going to do anything to them after I pour them in. Just pour them in, cover it up under low heat, and just let it sit for another couple of minutes. And this will steam up really pretty. And you can see, look at this deliciousness. Because I'm using a non-stick pan, nothing stuck to the bottom, but we pretty much made like a little omelet. And I do this because if you just crack the egg into it, it kind of gets lost in there, and it's not really like a scramble, you know. So I'm just gonna go ahead and break it up into like bigger chunks and just kind of mix it all together. And that's pretty much it. It is ready. So I hope that you enjoy this. Please let me know if you try it. Tag me on your Instagram or wherever and let me know if you liked it. Feel free to give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video.